effects of our software. What actually problem is the problem is occurring, where the errors is finding, and where we are giving the gaps extra. So we are finding each and everything in the software testing by using the software testing. So in the software testing, nothing but is a verificational functional of application against the requirement specification. So whatever the requirement is given by the end user, so our software is capable of that requirement or not. We are checking in the software testing. Okay, and what we are checking is the process what we need from output from that. We are getting that output or not. We are finding in the software in the testing. Okay. So before going to briefly about in this technique, we will go with the main things you have to identify. Visible to you guys? Hello. Software testing methodology. So
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So first, what is the software testing? We will look at it. Actually, why you are doing the testing for one particular application is to know whether that software is working properly or not. We are When we are getting the client, so it will be providing the things to the client. We are testing that software is working properly or not. We are testing in the software testing. Okay. Everything we are finding in the software. We are checking the software whether it is meet the requirement, or it is the software testing process identifying the defect in the system. And so to check the quality of the product, so we have to do the quality assurance. Okay, one is the quality assurance. Okay, this quality assurance is nothing but, first we go to what is quality. Okay, quality is nothing but find means it is a one kind of quality that it meets our needs. Okay, and requirement. Okay, then only the system or the product is called the quality. It is in good quality. If it is meeting to the requirement what we actually want with product, it will meeting with that product requirement, and it will product is developed in the proper manner. It will be having the proper steps. Then that product is called the good in quality. So for that purpose we have the one thing is software quality assurance. Okay, sorry, quality assurance. So in this quality assurance what we are doing is the one is, it is a one organizer. So it will be check that what software you are giving to that it is a best product or not. It will be test in the software quality assurance. Okay, so in this software quality assurance what they will do is they will check your software, your product. For example, this is your software. It is meeting the all the requirement or not. It is working properly or not. If you are giving some input, what output we are getting, what actually we need, it will outputting. It will getting that correct output or not. We are doing in this. Okay. So for that purpose, they will giving that they will check that you are there is one organizer of quality assurance. They will check that it is a best product or not. So it will be checked and it will be give the assurance of that quality assurance. Okay. Next, before going to briefly, we will go with next we will first we will go clarity about errors, defects, bugs, and failures. Okay, fault. We will clarity with this, then we will go to the next previous section. What actually is error? Okay, error, effect, bugs, fault. So here what will happen means error is nothing but mistake in the code. Okay, it's called the error. Mistake in code. Mistake we are while developing that application, what we are doing the mistake in the coding. So it will call the error. So when we are developing that application, we are getting the errors. Okay, it's called the errors. For example, in previous years, you have in previous sections you have done the C languages, everything. So in that languages, when you are typing that when you are doing the coding, you will get the error. So it is same like that error only. It will be occur in the coding part. Okay, it's called the error. Okay, mistakes in coding is called the error. Okay, defect is means error found by tester is called defect. Defect in the sense whatever after developing one application you will go to the testing part, right? After developing one page you will go to the testing part. So that time what you have to do means that time you are if you are facing any kind of error, any kind of bugs is called the defect. One of error is this tested by the it is found by who the person who is testing that application. The person who is testing that application, they found some kind of error in the application. It's called the bugs. Okay, sorry, it's called the defect. Defect in that defect is found by the tester. Defect is found by the tester. Keep in mind. Okay, and error is occur in the coding part. Okay, next is bug. So bug is a defect accepted by development team. So here bug is nothing but whatever the defect you are getting, it is accepted by the developer team. Okay, who is developing that application. So in the defect we are getting the error by the tester team. Okay, they are finding the errors. Okay, so that errors is accepted by the development team. Okay, that errors is accepted by the development team. So this development team this errors is found by the development team, that is called the bugs. Okay, that acceptance of errors, okay, defects is called the bugs. Okay, so these things is accepted by the development team, so it will call the bugs. Next is fault. Fault is nothing but a condition which causes software fails. So here what is mean by fault? For example, you have taken the some condition is there and it is not working, that the with if that condition is if not working, then it is called the fault. Okay, condition which causes, okay, to the software failures is called the fault. When the condition is not working, then we are getting the fault in that condition, failures of that condition, then it is called the fault in that condition, in that coding, in that application. So it will call the fault. Next is failure. Failure is nothing but a unable of software to perform requirement functional according to specification. Okay, so it is a failure is nothing but unable to develop a particular product. Okay, unable to develop a particular product, then it will call the failures. Okay, it is unable to have software to perform the requirement functional according to the specification. Whatever the specification is there, we are not unable. We are not able to develop that application, okay, that software, then it is called the failures. Whenever we are developing an application or software, if it is unable or able, we can find it. If we are able, so it will call that we have developed that software. If it is unable, we are not developing that particular requirement and specification, so then that time is called the failure. Okay, are you clear with this topic, guys? Hello, this is a basic topic. If you are not clear with these four topics, these four things, it will be difficult to in the learning the learning the software testing methodology. So if you are clear with this topic or not, say something here, say something else.
Yeah, clear now.
So next we will go to the next topic. So most, okay, so whatever the final five, low final five, final five. Okay, guys, tomorrow onwards, join the class on time. Don't interfere the class in the middle sections, middle classes. Don't come to the class, otherwise come to the on time. It's serious things to you guys. So mostly what happening is software testing, what they will do is how much time we are providing for the development time. Okay, in software tester, what you will do, if you are developing an application for this, for example, you are developing a library management system. Okay, for this system, you want the time consuming is 1 hour. Okay, for 1 hour you are implementing this library management. In 1 hour, what you are doing is this 1 hour it will be divided into the two parts. Okay, one part is coding part, okay, one part is testing part. Okay, so half an hour it will give by the coding part, 30 minutes is giving to the coding part and 30 minutes is giving to the testing part. So here coding and testing will be equally given, and they will give the equal time to both the things. If coding is working, if code is developed, then only it will be tested. Okay, so there are equality of coding and testing. Okay, in the software testing methodology, in this while developing the software. So what you have to do is, whenever you're implementing the code or thing, so you have to test that page, okay, page by page we have in testing that code, we will testing that page, okay. So it will be when while we are in testing, that means if it working properly or not, if we are giving what actually we need from that output. So for that purpose, what we are doing the coding and testing part. So testing part, for how much time we are giving to the coding part, the same time we are providing to the testing part. So there is no difference between the coding part and the testing part. Okay. So then we will go to the next topic. So in the software testing, what we are doing is we are checking the product and quality of in the software. Okay, that's why we are doing the testing. Most of the time, what happening means the budget of the of developing that application, it will be affected. Okay, so then that time we will quality of that product is depend upon the budget also in some cases, okay. So if you are giving the nice if you are buying some product, if you are buying some software, what happening is if you give them the amount, so at that time what happening is if you are giving the more amount, they will we are getting the nice quality of product, okay. So the same things will be happened in the software testing methodology. So So actually, we have the goals of the software testing. They have the 4 or 5 phases. What the tester keeping in the mind. So we will go with that in the next class. Before that, we will check the what is the debugging and the testing. What is the difference between the debugging and the testing, and what the purpose of testing and the debugging. Okay. So okay, phases in testing mental life. Okay, phases in the tester mental life. Okay, what the phases will be occur in to the tester. Okay, if we are showing in this phase. Okay, there is a 4 phases of testing. Okay. Uh, First, what is the purpose of testing? You know that. Okay, why we are testing the software? You know it. Okay, what will be there in the tester mind? We will find in here. So we have the 4 phases in the tester mind. That is phase 0 and phase 1 and phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4. In the phase 0, there is no difference between testing and debug. Hmm? Other than it is support of debugging. Testing has no purpose. Okay, what they are saying in the phase 0 means there is a no difference between testing and debugging. Okay, they are saying that there is a no difference between the testing and debugging. Other than then other then it is support of debugging. What they are doing is they will see that there is no difference between. Okay, actually in the phase 0, in the phase 0, what they think means there is no difference between testing and debug. Okay, what they will think there is no difference between testing and debugging. So what they prefer to do means they will support to the debug. Okay, the in the phase zero they will support to the debug. Okay, they will support to the debugging, and they what they will say, there is no testing has no purpose. Okay, they what they will say in testing have no purpose, and we will go with the debugging, and they will support to the debugging in the phase zero. Okay, in the next phase, in the phase one, what they will do is, the purpose of testing is to show that the software works. So in the second phase, what they will do is that they will show the purpose of testing to show the software is working or not. They what they will do, they will check that software is properly working or not. We will go with that. In, what they will think in thinking in the phase one is the software is working or not in the properly manners. If it is finding the debugs, it will show them the different. It is so they will recognize the difference between the debugging and the testing, and what they will do, they will start doing it. Okay, then they will check that software is working properly or not. We will go in that in this first phase. So in this phase one, so many times they will test that test our application. Okay, it is failed. One, it is fails. If you are getting once it is failed that in that phase one, so they will continuously checking that it is unable to work properly or not, and it will affect it to our system or not. They will continuously verifying that it's working or properly or not. So they will check continuously infinite time. They will do the testing infinite time of so, and they will are unable to prove that it is working or properly or not in the software work properly or not in the phase one. They will think about it, and next phase is software does not work. Okay, if software does not work, the purpose of testing is show that the software does not work. So in the phase two, they will hear what they will show me software work. Okay, they think. Okay, the thinking of the tester. Okay, it is all about the thinking of tester. Okay, and the phase two, what they will do is software doesn't work. So the purpose of testing is to show that software doesn't work. So here what they will do is the software is not working. It will be. So what they will do is that the software is no longer working properly, is not working things. So it will showing in the phase two. Okay, the thinking of is phase two. The difference between phase one and phase two is thinking. Okay, the thinking and analyzing to the difference between the. So they will, for example, bookkeeper and auditorium. So what they will do means they will, there is a no difference. They will give the difference between it is working, or in the phase two they are giving that it is not working. So they will give the one kind of misconception to your testing. Okay, next we will go to the next phase. Next phase is for phase three. The purpose of testing is not to prove anything. Okay, they won't prove anything, but to reduce the risk of not working to any capable value. Okay, what they will do means they reduce the risk of your application. They test the risk of reduction. Okay, what they will see in the phase means where they will see that it will be accepting your input values or not. They won't go with the just they will check the action acceptance or not. They won't go with the implementation of your application. It carries the burgers bugs, and it carries the bugs what we are finding in the fixed in the testing, and test does not improve product. So okay, if the product pass the test, they will what they will do is in the phase three, the tester does not implement the product. If a test is passed, then the product quality does not change. Okay, what they make sure that the quality of the project should not be changed. For in some cases, what happens is if you are changing the something in the one page, it will be affect to the next pages. Okay, it will affect to the next coding part, next line of your code. So what they will do, they have to make sure that if it is not, if you are getting the one error in the system, they won't be the risk to the next application. Okay, so they will make sure about it. Next is we have the force phase four, state of mind. In the state of mind, what you mean? Tester is not an actor. Okay, so it is nothing but what they will do means it will check that it is testing is not in act, so they will do mostly they won't do the more testing part over here. Okay, 522, can you give me the attendance? 18 series 522. Hello,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
attendance. Note down the attendance and send me on my WhatsApp number.
Okay, ma'am.
Till that time, just go with this PPT. What? Five forty Anusha. 540. 540. 18 series 540. D4. D4. 17 series D4. D4. Final type.
Present, ma'am.
I'm not asking. Okay. Are you clear with these topics?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is basic information, basic things. If you are clear with these things only, you can go with the other things. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So can you say me the afternoon section which lab you have?
CD, ma'am.
CD. First lab or second lab?
I guess first lab, ma'am.
First lab. So how many members having the laptop here? Hello. Hello. Everyone having laptops? If you're having the laptop, so we can go the practical things in the next section, next class, next lab. Okay. So we have to do the coding part over there by using the C language. If you give me the CR number, so I will contact him. I will send you the lab manual. So start writing the observations and reports day by day. And I will, after completion of part, I will give you the assignments. So you have to write the assignment, and you have to mail that assignment to me. Attend the classes regularly, guys. So we have some time, so we will go with the next topic. Now we will see the difference between the testing and the debugging. What actually testing and the debugging, and the purpose of testing and the debugging. Okay. Debugging and testing. So main purpose of doing the debugging is the error that causes the program fails. Okay. So if you are finding the errors in the program, then it will be affect to our testing. Okay. If you are causing the any errors in the application, then the program is failures. So it is called the debug. This is the purpose of doing the debug. And the purpose of doing the testing is program has bug. Okay. So we have to check the program having the bugs or not. So this will be done by the development team. So development team will be testing the things. Okay. So next is we have to do the purpose. So purpose is error that cause program fails. Causes program fails. Okay. So here, if you are finding some kind of error in the debugging part, so it will be displayed as the program is not work, the program is failed. Okay, program is not working properly. So it will be displayed in the. This is the purpose of debugging, and the purpose of testing is nothing but a program has bugs. Okay, program has bugs. We are defining these things in the purpose of doing the testing is program have bugs. So then the starting of the debugging thing, when we are starting the debugging is, so output is not accepted. When you are doing the debugging is when output is not accepted. If you are giving the some kind of output, then it is not accepting that stage on that stage that time we are doing the debugging. Okay. Then when you are starting the testing part means we when we output outcome of we accepted the outcomes. Okay, when we are accepting the outcomes that time, but we are facing the problem in the coding, so that time we will go with the testing part. Okay, next is what is the difference between the debugging is debugging cannot be planned. Okay, okay, it won't plan, and the testing can be planned and designed. So in the testing phase we can plan and we can design the things. Okay, in the coding part, planning and designing is nothing but if you are finding the any kind of errors in those things, so we can reduce that errors. So if you are finding any kind of error in the programming part, so we can reduce that errors, so we can design as per that in the coding what actually we need. In the debugging thing we can't do that thing. We can't plan it. Just we will check it is working properly or not. Okay, next is okay, testing. In the testing process, testing proved what actually tester proved means tester proved that programs is failed. Okay, so in the testing, while doing the testing, if you are finding the errors and bugs at that time, what they will prove that the program is failed. Its program is not working. So that time we have to go with that. What we have to do, we have to do the coding. Okay, in the debugging part, program is justifying. Okay, what they will justify about our program. Okay, in the testing is testing, not in the tester they have to knowledge about they have to know knowledge about our programming thing. In the debugging they don't require any programming languages. Okay, and the testing is can be done by the outsider, and the debugging is done by the insider. Okay, most of the testing executed can be automatically. Okay, most of the tested it executing by the automatically, and debugging is not even automatic. Okay, debugging we have to do individually. So this is the difference between the testing and the debugging. Okay, 522 send me the attendance and your class strength. How many strength? Total members 23 73 total. Hello. 522. Send me the attendance.
అది వాట్సాప్లో సెండ్ చేస్తున్నాను.